Hello there, Hendrick Honda of Charleston. This is Coach Stephanie with part 2 of your mystery shop. I submitted a request on October the 1st at 12:54 p.m. I had a missed phone call from John at 12:55 p.m. And John, you did the right thing here by emailing the customer once you didn't get them on the phone, and I got that email in my inbox at 3 p.m. on the 1st as well. But John, I want you to be sure that after you speak to the customer that you send them another email so that you can continue building rapport with that customer and get them information that they very well may not have written down during your phone conversation. Be sure you call the customer within less than 15 minutes. Then once you hang up with the customer after speaking with them, then you want to send them an email. I did not count off for this because you did send me an email, and that's the one that I graded. But I would encourage you in future to be sure that you send the customer an email within 15 minutes of speaking to them. This is, again, another reason why we don't want to leave the customer your cell phone number as a point of contact until after you've spoken to them, because you don't want them to catch you after hours when you're not at work and like you were in your car, and I felt so bad. But that's why we don't want to leave the customer our cell phone number. Leave them a number to the dealership and let them call the dealership, and that way if you're not there, someone else can take the call and they can use the script and schedule an appointment and get the customer to the dealership. If you're not able to get an appointment, you always want to go for a tentative time, and as a last resort, schedule a phone follow-up. Then you want to send them an email within less than 15 minutes of hanging up with them so that you can continue building rapport and get them information that they may not have written down during the phone conversation. The email should have an attention-grabbing subject line that's clear who it's from. You should thank the customer for their time on the phone, confirm next steps, and remind them of whatever you agreed to. And we did agree that you were going to follow up with me the next day, so you would want to include that in your email after you speak to them. Then you want to be sure to give them a value statement about your dealership to make your dealership stand apart from the competition, because chances are if they're shopping online, they're probably looking at multiple dealers, and you want to make yours stand apart from the rest. Then you want to be sure that the email is free of spelling and grammatical errors and has a complete signature file with a link to your website and a link to your email. Now, let's take a look at the email that you did send me before you spoke to me. That is the email that I did grade. The email did come into my inbox. However, the subject line did not clearly state who the email was from. It just says Honda Odyssey information, which there's a spelling error right there in the subject line. And remember that this email is putting putting your best foot forward, because it's the first point of contact with the customer. When you're sending them an email before you've spoken to them, it's especially important that we are getting them an email that is very professional and has no spelling or grammatical errors. So be very careful with that. You want them to also open the email, so you want to be sure that the email is clear who it's from. So it should say like your 2016 Honda Odyssey is available at Hendrick Honda of Charleston. Something along those lines, so the customer will not mistake it for spam and they will open the email. Then you want to be sure that you not only answer the customer's question, which you did a great job of explaining the difference between the Elite and the Touring, so great job there. But you want to address availability and let the customer know if that specific vehicle is in fact available. You want to be sure that you give them positive words or industry information about that vehicle and validate their decision of vehicle. You want to be sure that there is a link back to your website, which there is, so I was able to look at additional vehicles or additional price quotes. And you want to be sure that you set the expectation that you are going to call them. I would encourage you, if you don't get the customer on the phone the first time you call them back again before you leave for the day to see if you can't get them back on the phone. Also, you want to be sure that the email has a value statement, like I coached a moment ago. You really want to make your dealership stand apart from the competition. This can be information about an award that your dealership has won, or possibly information about a promotion that your dealership is having. But you want to be sure to include some type of information in your phone call and your email as well. You do have a complete signature file here with a link to your website and a link to your email address, so nice job there. So keep up the hard work and keep practicing. Your secret code for today is timing. Timing, timing, because it's all about timing. Have a great day.